Oh, 1 minute early. Holy cow, it's almost like we have taken organizational pills. And I don't know where Slick's going. He's apparently
Fixing the color.
totally drunk. Oh, no, don't. Oh, wait, right, white balance. We can do that. Okay, good. Do the thing.
They're all going to be like,
Yeah.
what?
Tune in for Tech Chat. 1.5 hours of a white piece of paper. Ooh, okay, that's worse.
Is that worse?
Yeah, don't worry about it. It's okay. Okay.
Give me a sec.
That's all right.
Are we on?
Yeah, we're on.
Hi.
Hi, everybody. They can't hear you. You're behind the shotgun mic.
It went up when I talked.
Yeah, I don't know. I know.
Hello, hello, hello. They can definitely hear me.
Yeah, they can hear you. I know. You know what? Why don't I go make sure the stream's actually working this week? For those of you who joined us last week, you'll remember this. For those of you who didn't, this will be a pretty hilarious story. Last week, we actually talked for about half an hour before we realized that our broadcast was not actually on. So this week, we are going through the precautionary measure that is to actually check that we are indeed broadcasting, because XSplits being a tool and our Blackmagic Intensity Pro cards are being tools, and yet again. So yeah, we're like done with these. Does anyone want to buy a pair of Blackmagic Intensity Pro capture cards? HDMI capture, does analog capture as well.
Don't we still need it for dual cam unboxings?
No, we don't even use it. Okay,
right,
so
we just go on SD cards now.
yeah, let's do a quick discussion of the new system that is going to be used for unboxings. Actually, I think I uploaded the last of the ones with the gibbled audio, and we are no longer okay. What we were trying to do was we were trying to use XSplit as a capture, so we were doing what's called live to tape. So we had 2 cameras, and then I was using a switcher to switch. Actually, here I was using this exact switcher to switch between scenes in XSplit as we went. So I'd go blah, 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 something up close, click, and I was like, oh, this is so cool, now we can switch to the close-up camera, that's awesome. You know what, it's the stupidest thing ever, because, I mean, okay, XSplit has other advantages, like we were able to use it to make slight corrections to the color between the 2 cameras to make sure that they both look as close as possible, so that was cool. But the problem is that XSplit does a couple of things. Number one, it outputs FLV files, which are ridiculous, because nothing works with them. Number 2 is it outputs a variable frame rate. You hear that, XSplit developers? No. Bad. No. So variable frame rate does a couple of really cool things. Number 1 is it just has a hissy fit if you import it into certain video editing programs. Even to do something as simple as cut out Slick uttering a swear word in the middle of me trying to film an unboxing.
What? Really?
No.
Oh, okay. I was like, when was that?
So if you want to cut something out, big problem. You want to do anything, big problem. Number 2 is the audio desyncs. Because there was one that I uploaded 3 times, and I think the viewers were super mad.
Yeah.
Because they were like, woo, they can't even fix audio synchronization. You know what? I can't fix the audio synchronization when it re-desyncs every half a minute of footage. So I was just like, okay, this is the best I can do. I uploaded it, and that was it. That was all I could do. So that's
to even edit really, really, really simple things, we'd have to transcode it, which is just like, why?
It takes a long time.
It takes a long time.
Lowers
it hogs
the
your whole
quality.
computer, lowers the quality, and it's just like, why did I have to do that?
So anyway, the new system is we just do a dual cam setup where both of the people are assuming that they're recording. Oh, XSplit also borked our audio because we couldn't monitor the audio properly because of the way that XSplit works, which meant that we got a clipping in 8 unboxings that we filmed all at the same time. And the magic of unboxings is we don't get to re-unbox stuff. It's once it's done, it's done. What you got? Oh yeah, oh yeah. The other thing, and this was kind of our bad, is no, this was okay.
No, I'm explaining how we sync the audio now in the new videos.
Oh right. So with 2 cameras, how do you make sure that the AV sync is correct? So Slick, go ahead and explain this high technology device that they've probably never heard of before.
Well, I don't know. Some people might know.
I'm just trolling.
At the beginning of the video, both the cameras start rolling at different times.
Right, so I didn't even explain yet. So we're just recording to SD.
Yeah.
And then we drop it in Premiere, and you can just switch between cameras that way, rather than trying to do a live-to-tape thing, because then whoever's editing it can just make decisions about which camera to go to. So, audio sync.
I'll explain the really cool thing in Premiere that you were trying to explain in more depth in a second. But at the beginning, we don't exactly start recording at the same time, Diesel and I. So Linus will go like this. I'm not going to actually let it drop because I don't know how loud that's going to come through. But it makes a really loud clicking noise, and everyone goes quiet before and after it. So when the editor goes in, you can line up that instead of just trying to eyeball the shots, because if you just try and eyeball the shots, it'll never be perfect.
And that was the problem. We were trying to fix audio sync issues without any reference point and with a variable frame rate that varied depending. Like when you dropped it into Premiere, like Vegas just freaked when you tried to put the footage in it. It just wouldn't accept it. And then Premiere would average out the frame rate of the entire clips. You'd get a file that's 28.53 FPS. And you're just like, huh?
What?
What? So we check our XSplit settings, we're like, what?
What is this voodoo magic? Anyways, yeah.
We're learning.
Diesel was showing me, and I still am getting used to Premiere because I'm used to like noob level Vegas, but Diesel was showing me this thing where you input both the video files, and then there's a window on the right that'll show you both playing, and then there's a red box around whatever one you have selected, and you just bind the one camera to 1 and the other camera to 2, and whenever you want to switch, you just do it on your keyboard. So it's what he had to do live, but no longer live and from a third-person view. So it's super easy and way more clean.
And the color correction, we've actually got the cameras tuned pretty close now, whereas we were having a lot of trouble getting the colors right. I don't know if you guys remember back when we did the Tokyo Flash Japan watch. That was the first time we used the FS700 as an A cam and the XA10 as a B cam, which was the wrong approach anyway, because the XA10 should be the lock shot and the FS700 should be the up close one because it's so gorgeous. And something, keep going, I have a phone call. Yes, you are live on the Linus Tech Tips show. Hello?
That was anticlimactic.
Hello?
That is continuously anticlimactic.
You're watching and you're drunk. Who is this?
Yeah, seriously, who is this?
You're in Iowa. All right, well, apparently we have our very first live caller. So hold on just a minute. All right, sorry, wait, I'm just going to turn up my speakerphone here. Okay, could I get your name, sir? I'm sorry?
Who is this?
I don't know. Do you have a tech question?
I think he's very, very intoxicated.
I think he is quite intoxicated. Okay, you know what, sir? We're going to have to try this again sometime when you're feeling a little bit more up to it. But thank you for calling in to Linus Tech Tips. So to be clear, guys, this is not a sports talk radio show.
And if you call into a show, it's kind of a known thing that you don't listen to the show anymore, because it's obviously going to be at different times. So you kind of need to focus on the call so that everyone watching the show can actually understand what you're trying to say.
So I think what happened is he was one of the 140 or so viewers who caught a video that I uploaded that had my phone number in it. So I'd appreciate if you guys don't call that number. It is my cell phone. I do get billed for those calls, so there you go. But why don't we dive into some Twitter questions, having gone through that random experience. And here we go. 37 new interactions. TechX says, I am lucky I was able to catch this. I've been trying to get Windows to work since yesterday. Finally fixed it 2 minutes ago. All right. Rapid storage technology actually is a bit of a nightmare to deal with sometimes, because you install it once and then everything seems to work, and then if you change anything and reboot, it's just like, bleh.
Nope, I don't want to do anything. I quit.
Yeah, and it can be quite, when it's working, it's great, because everything just kind of works. You can hot plug everything, and what do you want about? He wants Twitter stuff. All right. I spent 3 hours watching cat videos while waiting for midnight. And did you know Crazy Russian is good at dancing? The Crazy Russian is excellent at dancing. We're all going to visit his YouTube channel together.
I've never seen this.
You haven't seen this?
I always forget to go look.
Oh, crap. B-Sod, I believe.
B-Sod.
Hold on, guys. I'm working on this. I'm genuinely working on this.
Maybe just do a search.
I think it's B-Sod.
Just
I spelled dash wrong. No, it's okay. It's okay. Calm down. There he is. Ah, yeah. Here we go. All right. So this is the YouTube channel of the one and only Crazy Russian. There's music. You'll just have to trust me on this. But this is the Russian doing his thing.
Oh.
And okay. Here he goes. There we go. He's doing his thing again. He has music actually playing, but I'm going to be the music. You want to help me? Look at these guys. Oh, Russian, how I do adore thee. So anyway, that is the Crazy Russians YouTube channel. B-Sod, B-S-O-D on the YouTubes, east side. Or maybe he's west side, I don't know. But anyway, we love the Russian very dearly. So go visit his channel, comment on his videos, tell him Linus sent you and that you enjoy his dancing. Zachary asks, best use for home server. I use mine to store my data and to stream transcoded videos to my portable devices. In fact, I mentioned this in my last I Switched video where I'm doing my 30 days of Windows Phone 8, which is, okay, postponed. My update is ready to be installed, evidently.
One sec.
What are you on about?
Reading a comment. This is public.
Huh?
Someone said, make sure you post a video saying it's live.
Oh, it's possible that it was still publishing to everyone. What was I talking about? Oh, right, yeah. So I found a substitute for AirVideo, which is called Cloud with a Q. So you can go to your server, and then you can, go to your videos, and you can browse your videos. So what happens is my home server uses its CPU power to transcode the video into something smaller so that it's easy to beam to you, whether it's over regular Wi-Fi or over your cellular data. Okay, looking to upgrade from a 6770. Would a 669 Ti max things out at 720p? Yes. Did you really just shrug? A 660 at 720p?
Why is he running 720p?
Yeah, why are you running 720p?
That's my shrug. Upgrade your monitor.
No, it's possible he has an older HD TV. And maybe it's a media PC. Sir,
post this on the forum. This is more interesting.
Yeah, post it on the Linus Tech Tips forum.
We need more details.
Yeah, we need more details. Vid is choppy. I know. We can kind of see it. Like, there's a little bit of chop-tasticness to it. Honestly, I don't think there's anything we can do about it because the black magic was just causing outright crashes. So.
Dropped 71 frames. I've never even seen that before.
Yeah, we're dropping frames. I don't know. It's bizarre. Sorry, we don't really do, like, autographs, just because we're actually not that cool. I mean, you can send something to Slick and he can autograph it for you. Slick, actually, here, Slick, can you autograph my case for me?
I would never touch that case with anything that would make a mark on it.
So, guys, my TJ07 has arrived. I'm actually not done putting it back together yet. But, do you want to go operate the camera?
Yeah, they can't see the wrinkle.
Yeah, they can't see the black wrinkle finish. So, here, we're going to do a bit of a segment here where I'm going to talk about my black wrinkle-coated TJ07. Okay, so the first thing I'd like to address is people have asked me, why would you strip and repaint your TJ07 instead of just buying a new case? Okay, so a couple reasons. Number one is that the TJ07 is my favorite case, and my wife gave me this one back when we were dating. Number two is that think about the cost. So I spent $250 powder coating it. I spent about $150 or $100 and something stripping it. in the first place to get it powder coated. And so people are like, oh, well, it's so much work and you could just buy a new case. And I'm like, okay, yes, it's so much work, but a new TJ07 costs around $350, plus then I'd have to powder coat it. Now we're looking at $600, whereas I spent $450 or $500. So there. That's one reason. Also, people are like, oh, all the modifications you have to do to this case, like cable management holes, and, well, mostly the cable management holes, you wouldn't have to do that on a newer case. And I'm like, well, yeah, but I don't like a newer case as much as I like the TJ07. And so if I bought another TJ07, I would just have to do all those cable management holes and stuff like that anyway. So that is why I decided to go this route. Okay, so let's have a look at the finish. Mountain Mods did make a couple small mistakes, but overall I'm still pleased with the results. So you want to zoom in, have a look? So this is Le Black Wrinkle, and Slick's working on the focus so that you guys can actually see what I'm talking about. Oh yes, there we go. As George Takei would say, oh my. So rather than the anodized finish that comes stock on this case, we now have kind of a textured look that is extremely resilient. So it's not subject to damage very easily from sort of random scuffs when you're routing cables around and things like that. I'm just gonna want to zoom out a little bit so they can sort of see it overall. So cable management's going to be done. I have all not individually but 2 wires per sleeve done wires. So they're going to come out around the board this way. I still haven't decided if I'm going to live stream the actual building of it yet because it's kind of a pain to coordinate live streaming it, especially because I'll be kind of working on it all hours of night.
Let me do a focus on the block.
Yeah. Don't worry, that's why I'm bringing this over here. I've also got, those of you who follow me on Twitter will know about this. So I've also got the block mounted on the board. So I haven't quite decided if I'm going to go permanently with the Crucial Ballistics tracer memory that's in here now. But that's what the gold-plated Apogee HD with the black wrinkle painted hold down. So that'll actually match the finish of the inside of the case. Those are BitPhoenix gold-plated compression fittings. Those are 5/8 OD, 3/8 ID.
BitPhoenix?
Did I say BitPhoenix? I meant Bits Power. Sorry, BitPhoenix doesn't make compression fittings. And then, so that is going to go in there. Got my, got big plans. Got a lot of stuff going on. I get to be the decider about this particular computer here. So that's exciting. Finally making some progress. I'm hoping to have a desktop computer for the first time since Slick and I have been working together on my desk sometime in the next, I don't know, what do you think? Can I get it done in a week?
Maybe.
Maybe.
We have a busy week.
I know.
Like a really busy week.
I know.
That's the only reason why I'm saying maybe. I'm not saying like, oh, you can't do it. Like, I just think we're really busy. And you have other preoccupations.
Yeah, I know. I have to work a Saturday, which kind of sucks.
Yeah.
But whatever. So here, I've got something you apparently wanted to talk about while I look for something to talk about.
Ah, yes.
Here.
Excited.
So Slick needs to borrow my PlayStation 3 that I have used exactly one time when I had that Street Fighter tournament with Tom, the NCIX artist.
Okay, so a lot of people are gonna be like, "Why the heck?
Look there, not there.
Why the heck is Slick excited for a PS3?"
Yeah, why are you excited about a PS3? That's a console.
Okay.
You almost smell worse already.
Just because the PS3's here?
No, just because you don't shower often.
What? Jerk. Anyways, so a lot of you probably know what EVE is, the big spaceship game. In that, there's tons of different styles of combat and huge wars constantly going on. Anyways, the CCP, the guys who make EVE, just finished developing a game called Dust 514. Dust 514 is a first-person shooter game that is going to integrate with EVE. So the idea is that you're still inside the EVE universe, but you are mercenaries that will fight on planetary surfaces. So, ooh, excited for that.
Mm-hmm.
Like big corporations or little guys or whatever can hire you out as mercenaries to attack different targets and fight in an FPS game, being hired by people in the spaceship game.
You look a lot bigger than me. Can you move back? There we go. That's better.
I'm still a lot bigger than you.
Yeah, I know. Whatever.
If I sit up.
Why don't you just talk about your PlayStation?
But unfortunately, it's only on freaking PlayStation. CCCP, they're a PC developer. Make it for PC. What are you doing? It's a free-to-play game, so I don't have to invest anything into it, which is nice. But like,
Okay,
what?
here's my speculation. Here. I've been saying for a while that one of the reasons that modern games are kind of like easier is because you have to compensate for stuff that we didn't used to. So LCD TVs have way higher input lag compared to CRT TVs.
The Mario argument, yeah.
Yeah, the Mario thing that we've talked about before. Any game that relies on an internet connection that goes beyond even your own internet connection might be fine, but if it relies on someone else with a 250 millisecond ping, the game just has to be dumbed down. So here's my speculation. Because the EVE universe is so large and so inherently probably latency ridden.
Easy to run.
Yeah, but it doesn't matter if it's easy to run because it's a latency issue, not a bandwidth
Due
issue.
to graphics being so far away, it's not hard to run. There isn't really that much latency problems in EVE.
Okay, but if it... Okay, so there aren't latency problems
Well,
from
of course there's latency problems.
a
but
flying perspective, but if it was a Twitch first-person shooter, like a Counter-Strike shooter...
You can interface with the other universe.
Yes.
You're not in the other universe.
Oh, you're not in the
It's
other
its own
universe.
game. It's on a PS3. It's not the same engine.
Okay, I thought it was within the other universe.
I don't think
somehow.
so. I don't think so. I think they'll
Okay.
probably... I'm certain they'll talk to each other. Of course, they have to in some way. But they're
Right.
not actually the exact same thing.
Okay,
Because that would be insane.
So it's free to play, if nothing. Is it free to play permanently?
Honestly, this is a lot of stuff that I picked up very quickly off of a website that I just kind of skimmed. So I read free to play. Apparently, the financials that you're dealing with is ISK and ARM. ISK is, well, the game was developed in Iceland, so ISK is Icelandic money. But ISK in the game is just normal money. ARM is money that you can put into the game. But they're saying it's not a pay-to-win. I think right now the ARM is only going to be used for cosmetic changes, which is fine. I have no problem with that.
Okay. People will buy it anyway, though.
Yep.
For some reason.
Eve, when they first introduced this, had like really, really expensive stuff. Like $25 jackets. And like a lot of really expensive stuff. Like monocles that you could buy that were like super uber expensive. Just like, what?
Here's a debate for you. Is it... Okay, like you and I would probably sit privately and talk about how it's crazy to buy an in-game customization thing for your character.
I have, though.
You have?
Yeah.
Okay, see, this I didn't know. But I would argue...
It is crazy, but I have.
Okay, I would argue that it's not any different from buying a cool hoodie to wear.
Which is why, honestly, I have. My favorite character in EVE, I have every... favorite character in League of Legends, there we go, completely different game. I have every single skin for. I didn't buy all of them. A couple of them were gifted to me, but I think I bought like 2. And like I've played, if you think about it, over the course of playing that character, I've played like... Before they changed everything, because now you can't track the amount of losses and wins per character in all of your games.
Really?
You used to be able to, now it's only ranked.
Why would they take that out?
I don't know. It's really annoying, actually.
Oh.
There might be some weird, funky way to do it externally from the game, but not internally. Anyways, before they took that out, so pre-Season 1, we're now in, I think, Season 3 or 4. I don't really follow it that much anymore. But pre-Season 1, I had like 1,400 games played. And each game is like half an hour. So I had tons of time poured into this. Don't figure it out. Don't figure it out.
I'm doing it. Okay, so 1,400 games?
Games.
Okay, so times 30 is, 42,000 minutes. Divided by 60 is 700 hours. Okay, divided by 24 is... You spent literally an entire month of time.
That sounds about right, actually.
Yeah, like an entire month of time actually like in matches then. So not counting launching the game.
Wait. Yes, I would. That would be game. Because I'm thinking. Well, I was thinking off my X-Fire time for a quick second.
Oh, okay.
Because my X-Fire time is absurd, but I would idle it for like a day, so it didn't really.
Right.
I used to play a lot. I used to be really good. I'm not really good anymore.
Yeah,
I'm
you're not
kind of
really good at
trash now,
anything.
but whatever.
Actually, you're good at some things. That's not fair.
What was I going to say? Yeah, so I bought skins for that, but then I played it so much
Right.
that it was like, whatever.
So you justify it that way.
Yeah, I wanted it to look cool. It's a free-to-play game. If I'm only putting that much money in and I used it for that amount of time, like, that's
Okay.
fine. I don't care.
All right, DJ's joining in from New Jersey, tuning in live for the first time from the UK. Next-gen consoles, will they raise the hardware market back to expensive levels? For example, RAM is way cheaper than 7 years ago. You know what? The PC industry does this to itself, where it
They just kill margins.
they just, well, what? Okay, the consumer says over and over again, more choice, more choice, more choice, more competitors. But I would argue that in some ways it can actually hurt the consumer. So I know you don't like this argument, but we're going down this path whether you like it or not. Here's an example. If there was two players in the market, and let's say they were both extremely principled and believed in building the highest quality widget, okay? They both believed in building the highest quality widget. Let's say one of them had 70% market share, and one of them had 30% market share, and one of them, tried to do more promotions or do whatever else. But by and large, they didn't sort of bow to shareholder pressure to increase their revenues X amount percent year over year, or do whatever else they need to do. But they believed in building the best widget and making a decent margin. Let's say competitor C or D or E or F or G all pile into this market and make cheap ripoffs. All of a sudden, those first two guys have to compromise the quality. They have to.
This is a new angle in this argument that I have to agree with, and we talked about this a little while ago when we were talking about this case.
Right.
I don't want to go way too into
Okay,
it.
yes.
Yes, we can. Screw it.
The
Let's just go for it.
TJ07, we both believe that it's pretty much the best case ever made. I mean, there might be a couple notable exceptions. You could argue Charles's Mark II or Mark III or whatever it's
Right.
called, which is just an iteration of the TJ07, is better in some ways. It's not better for my purposes. It can't hold enough drives, for one thing. It's very limited in terms of, I'm still expecting to be using this case 5 years from now. I don't know what hardware is going to look like. I don't know if it fits in the way he's done his cable management. So there's all that stuff.
Very specific.
You could argue the TJ11's better because it has more features. It's newer. I wouldn't necessarily agree that it's better.
Still like this one more though.
And the form factor is nicer because it's not quite so huge.
Yeah.
But anyway, we both agree that it's better. And even this case, so this case is, what, it must be like 6, 7-year-old design now? Might even be more than that.
Because they have a new iteration even.
Yeah, it's an old design. So there's that. And even this case has been downgraded because things like metal are still on the rise in terms of costs. They're not going to get cheaper. The actual amount that a consumer is willing to pay. I mean, when you can buy a BitPhoenix Merc for $30, I think fewer people are going to drop $300 on a TJ07. Now, you could argue that's a different customer. However, you could also go, okay, just because a customer has $300 to blow on their computer doesn't mean they drop it on their case. Maybe they put it into their video card. Maybe they decide, okay, well, case doesn't matter because a great computer these days costs only around $1,200. So why am I blowing a ton of? Why am I going to spend
$300-400 on a really nice case?
Right, because that's 25% of your budget now. Whereas when you were spending $2,000 to get an awesome gaming machine, $300 for a case didn't seem like such a crazy thing. Okay, but I mean, you can make the argument that it's good for prices to decline. It's good for consumers to get more performance for their dollar.
This comes in with almost every market too. We're not even just saying PCs. Like if you just look at jeans, how denim changed over the years. Current denim, like if you go buy Levi's, current denim is not at the same quality that it used to be.
Yep.
It's just, and like it's weird to think about that.
Like back when shoes were handmade.
Yeah.
When you compare that to Nikes that you had to spend $100 on. I mean, do people buy Nikes anymore? I don't know. But in the 90s anyway, when I was a kid.
I'm 100% sure Nikes are still popular.
But the point is that when what is it? Is it cobbler?
Cobbler, yeah.
Yeah. When a cobbler made shoes out of leather and like stitched with hide, like those things were meant to last
and
for
like
years.
bolts in your soul.
Yes.
Like
they were heavy, they were uncomfortable,
but
they were built.
They're built
so
well,
anyway,
they're durable and whatever.
So there's less incentive for the manufacturers to keep iterating on products that are inherently expensive to manufacture. So even this case has been downgraded since I bought it. This bend right here is a perfect curve for me. On the newer versions of the case, There's a fold and then a fold. It's subtle, but it's there. If you look on the inside, rather than bending it out right, Silverstone now scores it twice in order to get that almost a perfect, not quite a perfect curve. I think that streamlines the production process because it makes it easier to do, and I think it also makes it more likely that the side panels will fit from case to case. Early TJ07s, you could take the side panels off one and put them on another one, they just wouldn't even fit because it was like custom done pretty much.
Yeah.
So I don't remember where we were going with that. Oh yeah, will hardware get more expensive again? I doubt it.
I seriously doubt it, but then...
Because all the PC guys, you have competitors A, B, C, D, E, F, and G, all driving price down because they have to hit revenue targets, and the only way to do that is to drop the price. If you can sell it for half as much, I mean, and you guys can go, oh, well, they have so much margin, they make so much money. No, they don't. Hynix went out of business. Qimonda went out of business. There's no money in RAM. Like, what are you, crazy? You can see what the margins are. They're all public companies. There's no money in it. When they drop their price and sell it below their manufacturing cost, they are dropping their price and selling below their manufacturing cost. And when they sell below their manufacturing cost for something that costs billions in R&D for every new process node shrink, think about that. Yeah.
They have to ship, like, containers on containers of this stuff,
yes.
And it's RAM.
And when you're at a loss, you don't get to make it up in volume anymore. So yeah, no, I don't know. But they do it to themselves, time and time and time again, so I don't think they'll learn. Got up at 6 a.m., yeah! Chris wants to know if we're live yet. Yes.
No, we're not here.
No, we're not here. Go away.
Yeah. Have you heard about this?
No.
I should have had this on the news. I didn't. When I saw him say that, I was like, oh yeah. Oh, that should have been on the news.
Well, Portal basically was a movie.
Portal would make a sweet movie, and
Portal would
Half-Life.
make an awesome
they're
movie.
both pretty much movies.
Yeah, pretty much.
It. So like, do it. I'm stoked. I actually like.
You Bull as the director?
Wasn't it?
No. I mean, I think he should be.
Oh.
Yeah.
I think he was talking to J.J. Abrams.
Oh.
Like, legitimately. I think he's talking to J.J. Abrams. I read that.
I'd be down for that.
Yeah. No, like seriously, that would be sweet.
That would be friggin' awesome.
And it's Gabe Newell. If he really wants J.J. Abrams, he can probably get J.J. Abrams. Like.
Probably eat J.J. Abrams.
No, I like Gabe.
Me too.
Okay, touche. He's still fat. What was I gonna say? I had something to say.
He's brilliant. One of my favorite visionaries of our time.
He's crazy. You gotta watch that presentation.
Eats babies.
You gotta watch his business presentation. It's really good.
All right. James asks, do you think that current games or those coming out will be able to fully utilize the increased power of the GTX 700 series GPUs? Okay, well, let's tie this into a couple things. If you guys don't already know about it, basically go buy an AMD graphics card right now. What games are they doing? So they have another Never Settle bundle.
For 7900 series, you get Crysis 3 and
Bioshock
Infinite.
Yeah.
And for 7800 series, you get Bioshock Infinite and Tomb Raider.
So my understanding is Bioshock Infinite is supposed to be not a steaming pile of
It's a
game.
Complete revamp.
Like
completely
Bioshock
new
2
thing.
was.
Yeah.
Bioshock 1 I loved. Bioshock 2 I made it through like 10 minutes and I was just like, this is stupid.
Because of him, I played Bioshock 1, and even though I have it, nope, not playing Bioshock 2.
No, it's not worth it.
I just don't want to ruin it for
So
myself.
I'm super stoked on Bioshock Infinite, I hope. I'm cautiously optimistic. I wouldn't pre-order it. I pre-ordered Bioshock 2, for those of you who don't know that. But I'm super stoked on Infinite. And Crysis 3, I am just like...
Ugh, awesome.
Oh, I'm so excited about.
They've continuously released quality.
Yep. I mean, Crysis was awesome. Crysis is one of the few FPS games that I've actually played all the way through a reasonably long story mode campaign.
Yeah.
Just because mostly I kind of lose patience with it, and I'm just like, oh, whatever, this hallway is kind of hard to get through, I don't care anymore.
Warhead, I wasn't as interested.
I didn't play Warhead. Sorry,
No,
no, I didn't play Warhead.
I did a little bit of it, and then was like, nah.
I heard it was just kind of the same game.
Yeah, that's why I wasn't as interested. But Crysis 1 was epic, and Crysis 2 is really good. So-
Neither of them were as good as Far Cry though.
Far Cry 3 is just like,
Oh, I haven't played Far Cry 3. I mean Far Cry 1.
one of the first things you have to do once this is built is play Far Cry 3. Seriously.
Okay.
Like, seriously.
Okay, alright,
it's a great game.
alright, done. I will play Far Cry 3.
Good. It's honestly like really,
Okay.
really, really fun.
And will it run okay on my... People keep making fun of me for my graphics card. What is up with that?
Just because it's not current gen.
So what?
I'm explaining.
So what? It's not current.
I'm not the one making fun of you.
What is there to make fun of about this graphics card? This is a GTX 590. You know what? It's as fast, if not faster, than a 680. And it looks awesome. It's got like glowing lights on it. It's
And
waterproof.
that's like a sweet water block.
It's kind of like the best water block, actually.
It's so beast.
Awesome. Anyway, so this will be going in my rig.
And like this is cool. That's what's actually going to show when you put it in your system.
Yeah.
You might want to show them that.
So there's like a glowing light on the side of it. You can see where
Right
that little
here.
silver logo is. So I've got my silver compressions in there.
Show them what they're actually going to see. There we go.
There's the back plate. Absolutely gorgeous brushed aluminum back plate that I've never once touched, so it doesn't have any stains on it. That's the way to go. Okay, so back to so the Never Settle bundle looks friggin' awesome. But back to GTX 700 series cards. Crysis 3, I think is going to be the one. Look at the requirements for it. Look how it's running in alpha on current generation cards. Crysis 3 is going to be the next Can It Run Crysis 3.
Stoked.
3.
Stoked. I love it when there's stuff like that. My favorite period in like PC building and PC modding was Crysis 1.
Yep.
That was like, oh my god, like everything just exploded. Everyone, like
Yep.
forums and everything was just like,
Because it bent over your system, and then a new generation of graphics cards would conquer it, and then a new like high-res texture mod would come
it
out.
was just like, no!
No! No!
Sit.
Bad. So,
That was awesome.
yeah.
That was so awesome.
I'm looking forward to having some justification to own a high-end PC again.
Well, like, that's what everyone kind of did, was they're like, oh, I can't run Crysis optimally.
Time to upgrade.
Time to finally get super enthusiastic about building
Time
it.
to like overclock my machine that I've been sitting here with it not overclocked for
Because it doesn't matter.
6 months, because who cares? I can't tell the difference between 55 FPS and 59 FPS. Whereas, you can tell the difference between 24 and 29.
Oh, completely. You can tell the difference between like 24 and 26.
Yeah, night and day, so that's, it's exciting. So yes, I do believe there's hope for, at least for the near term, PC gaming. Slick, do you like the new ranked system in League? Oh, okay, we're moving on. Was Slick a part of the Battle of Asakai?
Yes.
Hi, I have a Microsoft Surface, and do you know if I can put iTunes on it? Probably not. No, you
Don't
can't.
put iTunes on anything. Pro tip.
Did you fire Slick yet? No, actually, I haven't fired him. He hasn't done anything particularly horrible yet. Will Slick ever have a new jacket? Also, don't forget the Windows 8 giveaway. Okay, we won't forget the Windows 8 giveaway.
New jacket. Show the video. Perfect segue.
Okay, all right.
It's
all right.
not a new
No,
jacket.
we're not playing the video.
We're not?
No, they can't see the video.
Oh, but then what were you going to do?
I was just going to show them the screenshot for those of you who aren't following on Twitter.
Alright.
Yeah, sorry guys, we can't share this video with you yet. It is still, it's still under embargo for another, I think, 7 days or so, but this is something that Slick and Diesel and I have been working on extremely hard, and we are extremely excited about, so I hope you guys can see this. I think they can see it, right?
I don't know if you're on the right thing.
I'll make sure it's on the right thing. So this is a still frame of an upcoming, this is going on the Tech Quickie channel. So this is a project that we're producing for, you know what, we might as well say who it's for, because it'll be pretty obvious based on the headset I'm wearing.
Yeah.
So that's a Corsair headset that is, you know, it's blurry, so you guys probably can't tell exactly which one it is, but don't worry about it too much. So this is a video project we're producing for Corsair for this headset that we are just super excited about. The video is only about a minute and a half long, but the sheer amount of epicness. Okay, I took a lot of flack for buying an FS700, which is an $8,700, $8,600. Basically, it's a $9,000 camera.
Plus kit.
Plus all the Yeah. Oh, right. Plus the lights were another $3,000. Plus.
The mic, plus the new stand.
Oh, that was
plus the
it was a lot of money.
Plus the
Okay, you know
new
what?
lights.
Shut up, man. Shut up, man. You're killing me here.
Basically, you're poor now.
Basically, I'm poor now. Yes. So I had a lot of people giving me a hard time about this. This video is why I did this. Because...
And it shows. Like,
yes.
It's actually legendary.
Oh, we shot so much of it at 240 FPS. So it's like that still frame you saw there was like a crappy capture off of playing the low res version. No, in its full 1080p glory, in super slow-mo, with water driplets like falling off the headset in slow motion.
Because it's actually raining in the scene.
Yeah.
Like, we didn't just, like, hose it. Like, we were actually completely soaked.
It was kind of uncomfortable.
Yeah. But it looked good.
Yeah, but it looked good. And so, therefore, it is totally worth it. Yeah, we're really excited about this. So that actually leads us into a discussion topic that I would like to talk about. So for those of you, I guess I haven't really addressed this. We're gonna sort of talk about this on Twitter for a bit. So guys, do not tweet anything that is not about the thing that we're going to talk about right now. What's this? What's this?
I could have got you.
Never bring a sword to a gunfight, Slick. Actually, when you guys watch the video, you're going to see that the 15 to 20 feet, he closes it fast enough that if we hadn't rehearsed it, if I didn't know he was coming, he'd have probably gotten me. Okay, here, we'll do a couple more Twitter questions, and then we'll move into why exactly we're making a video for Corsair. So,
okay.
Never bring a sword to a gunfight. Build a water cooling system as a reference, and then only swap in one part, so we can get graphs over which part is best. The best way to actually test water cooling components against each other is in a controlled environment, and unfortunately, a system is not a controlled environment. You need to take, you need to get pressure curves, you need to get flow rates, you need to get thermal transfer at given flow rates. It's very complicated stuff, and there's probably only a handful of liquid cooling guys, and so Skinny Labs and then probably Swift Tech are the only ones I can think of that have proper gear to test water cooling stuff. I know you said it before, but what headphones do you use? SteelSeries 7H, dual 570s, or go with a single 600 series. You know what? Dropping in another 570 is not a bad bet. 600 series was a small iteration.
Because he has one now. Okay, I didn't actually read that part.
Not a major architecture change. Do you think 8 SSDs is a good idea? No, because the onboard LSI controller is not bootable if I recall. Oh no, I think it is. But it's limited in terms of the maximum throughput. And if you put 8 SSDs on it, you're going to just destroy that max. Get yourself a real RAID card. What's your favorite gaming motherboard? Any motherboard? Well, okay, I shouldn't say that. If I had to pick a favorite motherboard for gaming, the things that I care about for gaming are things like better sound, things like cool looks. You care too, whatever.
Yeah, no, I wasn't even hating on that at all.
Yeah.
Looks totally mad.
I like having, Intel LAN, like no frills, sort of no random extra software that I have to run
really important
to make things work. I like having fan control. Like with all these things in mind, I'd probably go with something like an M-Power or something like Maximus 5 Formula.
Yeah.
Best fan bearing type. I don't know, whatever Noctua uses, because holy crap. Why when I download the Crysis 3 beta, I launch it and all I see is a black screen with the mouse cursor?
Origin. Let's just be done with
that. Origin. Watching live for the first time ever. Yay, Sean Brogan.
Yeah.
I kind of read that as Seth Rogen. And I was like, holy crap.
No way.
Seth Rogen's watching us. That's not how it went down. With the new installment of DDR4 RAM and LGA 2011 IVE CPUs, what do you expect of the upcoming motherboards, features, and performance? More features and better performance.
Yeah.
Slick ever end up going to GotaCon?
Yep.
Okay. Cool. Oh yeah, you won something at GotaCon.
Yeah, I won Battlefield 3 Premium. And like the whole thing. Like Battlefield 3 and Battlefield 3 Premium.
Some 14-year-old mouthed off to him or something, so...
Okay, so... I was pretty upset. My brother, a really good friend of mine, and a buddy that I've met over time we're all on one team, but we didn't have Battlefield 3 pre-installed on the computers that we brought to the LAN.
Cool story, bro.
And we show up, and there's a Battlefield 3 tournament, so we sign up, but we borrow other people's machines because they have them pre-installed. I just grab my peripherals, sit down, and go. So we're all spread out there at the LAN party. The other team is in one perfect little row and is all set up, and we don't play. My team does not play Battlefield 3 together. Certain ones there had never played a game together, and we're all spread out, so we have very minimal communication because, like, I didn't have a working mic, and, like, blah, 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 blah. Like, it wasn't, like, we weren't in the best situation. We start off the round, it's 5-0 for them, and it's first group to 20 kills, so we're not doing good. And I have 3 of those deaths. So I'm like, I'm going to single-handedly lose us this game. And I start joking around with the guy beside me that, because the team on the other side of the table is using, like, code names for where they are, code names for each other, code names for different hallways. Like these
serious
guys are
business.
which is awesome, but we just weren't. So
this is round 1, right?
this is round 1.
Okay,
so
and these guys were expected to
win.
Okay.
Like, the whole thing.
Like serious business.
Yeah. So I'm sitting beside a guy beside
Like
me.
Monocle.
The guy beside me and I start making jokes about how I'm an extra in a movie because I keep dying so much, and just, like, not really caring that much at this point. You're ridiculous. And then I'm sitting at the bottom of the stairs just getting suppressed and being retarded. And then the guy sitting across the table from me starts openly making fun of me. And then I got pissed off. And
Yeah, that guy at the bottom of the stairs. What a loser. What a loser.
Basically.
Pwn him.
Basically. And then I ended the round 16-4. So I just destroyed everyone and we won the game. And then top prizes was a BitPhoenix XL or video games.
Right, so you took the Battlefield 3 Premium. Good choice.
Mind
you, Shinobi XL is a good case.
Yeah?
Okay, maybe not good, but it's not bad.
Yeah, but we also had to get it back.
Right, you're on the island.
And 3 of us are all going in the same vehicle.
Screw that noise.
Like, it was not...
The Shinobi XL is a big case.
We lost the last round, for clarification.
Oh, did you?
We lost the last round.
So you guys came in second?
But we had actually, like, talked about purposely losing it. We did not purposely lose it, but we had talked about it, and it was 4 in the morning, and, like, it was not a very good situation.
Oh.
So I'm not worried about that.
Okay, alright. Do you think you could have beat them?
I think so, yeah.
That's what losers say.
We didn't lose by a huge amount. We didn't lose by a huge amount, and, like, my brother and I didn't do as great as we did the previous round.
Okay.
And yada, yada, yada.
Alright, so let's talk about our new topic, which is why would I'm listening.
I just remembered what you're talking about.
What?
The new topic.
Yeah, the new topic.
Yeah, I just remembered. Just keep going. Don't worry about it.
Good work. Okay. So the new topic is, we want to take your guys' thoughts, because for those of you who don't know, 1 month and 8 days ago, I did resign my position that I had for full-time monetary employment, which is not the correct way to say that, but not too worried about it at this point in time. So I am now running my own company, which is called creatively LinusMediaGroup Inc. I know, it's a stupid name. Just calm down. At least I don't work for Linus Media Group.
It's worse. It's so much worse. It's so bad. If someone asks me, they're like, "Oh, who do you work for?" I'm like, Linus Media Group. And they're like, "Oh, who's Linus?" And I'm like, my boss. Don't worry about it. It's okay.
So Linus Media Group. So I don't know if you guys know this, but Slick and I used to work together on tech tips in general, Linus Tech Tips, NCIX Tech Tips, even cat videos from time to time he'd help out with. And but he never actually worked at NCIX. So Slick has joined my new company. Diesel has joined my new company. Diesel is no longer an intern. We still call him Diesel the intern, sort of, casually, but he is not an intern by any stretch of the imagination. He is very much an important part of our team, and we are trying to do some interesting stuff. So I want to be real clear up front with you guys that Linus, sort of the productions that we do, whether it's for... So I've been showing previews of this for a long time. This is why I acquired all this gear. This is why I was trying to figure out how to do a more professional style, whether it was the watch or whether it was the Galaxy Tab 2 or whatever that tablet was.
Or that thing.
Or the Corsair Survivor Stealth,
No,
or even
the
that,
claw thing.
I know the one, the camera mount thing with all the claws. So we were trying different video styles. I think a lot of you probably saw the video we did on the Corsair Survivor Stealth, the USB 3 drive. That was our first actual project that we worked on as our new unit. It wasn't perfect by any stretch of the imagination, but it was something that we could be proud of. It's not a review, to be very clear, although we still feel strongly about not saying anything that we don't believe is true and not working with partners who we believe deliver shoddy service or shoddy products or anything like that. So I don't know if you guys have noticed, but the Tech Quickie channel, so that's youtube.com/techquickie, is a completely separate stream from Linus Tech Tips. It's a very different style of content. The fastest possible episodes are aimed at more like quick, digestible information that may be sometimes more complicated, like how to install a CPU, and may sometimes be less complicated, like what's USB 3. So it's stuff that you can watch or stuff that you can share with your mom when she asks you a question.
And like quick reference stuff, like
Yes.
stuff that you're probably going to have to repetitively look up. Like we have videos on RAID, different
Yes.
levels of RAID, which like you're probably not going to be able to memorize all that kind of stuff. So if you need to just reference really quick all the time, you don't want to like wiki it. You can just look there.
Some people prefer a video versus looking it up on Wikipedia or whatever else. Some people prefer that, and that's why we're here. That's why we exist at all. So, so there's that, and then the Tech Quickie channel will also be a repository for any content that we are hired to produce. So that's the Survivor Stealth. That's the Voyager Air. Corsair actually used the Voyager Air at their press event at CES to launch the product to the media, which was very cool.
One thing that we want to be absolutely ridiculously clear about
100% clear about.
is this angle is touching Tech Quickie. This angle is not touching Linus Tech Tips. Linus Tech Tips will remain just us getting product.
Editorial content.
Yeah. Us getting product, reviewing the product,
Unboxing
releasing
the
video.
products.
Like,
Yeah.
just more kind of bloggy kind of stuff of
Yeah.
us figuring stuff out. Like,
Benchmarking games,
Yeah.
little tips like the one we did about TrueCrypt not that long ago. So keeping it real on Linus Tech Tips.
the only things that'll really change is hopefully quality improvements. No, like, actual status level of the channel.
Yeah, and I mean little quality improvements like dual cam. Like not like quality improvements like a giant I was going to take a jab at someone, but never mind. One thing we may start doing on Linus Tech Tips is we may have sponsored spots before the videos, like we had on our CES content, where honestly we can't go to CES. Like I don't know if you guys know how expensive it is
It's really expensive.
to drag a number of people and like equipment and.
I think people understand that. It's good that we're clarifying, but I think
Well,
people
it's
understand.
more expensive than they think, I bet.
True, for sure.
So it's very expensive, and without sponsors, we can't do that. And without sponsors, because we're not actually necessarily directly compensated by anyone. Without sponsors, we won't survive. So we might have something like, I don't know. This video card roundup is sponsored by Intel. Why we choose Intel for our test platform, and we won't ask Intel to sponsor it if we weren't already going to use an Intel platform for our test bench.
And one thing we will likely do is not for like video card head-to-head. We're probably not going to pick NVIDIA or AMD.
That's right. That's why I chose Intel.
We're not going to pick one of the things that are in direct competition.
Yeah.
We're going to pick something like, this is our video card test bench right here. Our video card test bench is a static 2011 platform.
Yeah.
So picking Intel as a sponsor for that video is non-conflicting and makes sense.
That's right. So whereas if we were doing something like my Windows Phone 8 content, we're not going to have that sponsored by Microsoft because they shouldn't have any say on what I say about Windows Phone 8. However, my experience with Windows Phone 8 does happen to be getting increasingly positive, but that's sort of besides the
Getting
point.
used to it.
Um,
Old school Apple guy. finally getting out of his little protective bubble.
It's hardly old school. The first Apple product I ever owned was an iPhone 4.
Yeah, but what else have you used? Nothing.
Exactly. So it's not old school.
You're finally getting out of your little protective bubble. It's
Whatever.
okay.
Screw you, hippie. Okay, so we'd love to take your guys' comments on this whole change in direction, and we will not be acknowledging any other questions for the next little bit here.
Hopefully people said stuff about that.
I don't think they did. Sean asks, is our product access going to be affected by no longer... We are still attached to NCIX. To make that very clear, our relationship with NCIX is...
really good, and we still do NCIX Tech Tips.
We still do NCIX Tech Tips. I don't know if you guys have noticed, but NCIX Tech Tips is going strong, and it's going to go for a long time. I mean, that was something that was really important to me, because I don't know how many of you guys have been there from the beginning, but I mean, NCIX Tech Tips is my baby as much as Linus Tech Tips. I was there from day one. I built them with these two hands. Built them with these two hands, and you know, it was really important to me that I still am able to work on that project. So yes, I'm still, you know, NCIX guys are still my buds, and I'm still their bud, and all that good stuff. And I don't know if you've noticed, but we've actually had some pretty cool stuff that we've unboxed this last month. I mean, remember, this was 5 weeks ago that this was effective, so yeah, it's not like we had all that content filmed before that.
Yeah.
Thank you, Ian. Thank you. Good to know.
That's not it.
Nope, that's not us. I have no idea what that is. Wait, hold on.
I'm worried. I'm scared whenever we open these things.
No, it's okay. They won't
I guess
see
they
it.
can't see it. Sound? Oh, okay.
No, actually, that's...
They have cameras too, but that's totally not us.
No, that's a different company. I think they're based out of New York. I saw them.
Oh.
So Peter asks, what about NCIX Tech Tips? Everything is okay. NCIX Tech Tips is going to continue doing what it's doing. In fact, next week we're going to be shooting that BitPhoenix water cooling guide, the Prodigy water cooling guide that I promised ages ago.
And as some of you guys know, we've released the swapping graphics card one, right? On the old platform?
No, I don't think that one's live yet. We've actually got about 10 videos uploaded that will be released sort of when they're ready. I do not.
Oh. You want to clarify the question?
Okay, to be clear, I still do. Just in a different capacity. So I am not a product manager anymore. I'm not a product manager, I'm not a category manager. So I don't have an office. Still have a studio there that we still go to, and we still work on NCIX Tech Tips. But this is a different direction. We want to do some kind of different stuff. And we thought that this was a good time to do it. Well, it's not a great time to do it.
No.
Yeah, new baby and all that, but it seemed like the right time to do it. And I think when you guys see the video that we previewed with that picture, this picture that I apparently can't find right now. Whatever, don't worry about it. It's a cool picture. So that video that we previewed should give you guys some idea of what we want to be doing. Because one of my biggest frustrations always has been how many different jobs I've had. So over the years, if you've read the thread on LinusTechTips.com with the My Story thread, if you search for My Story, it'll be all the stuff that I've done to become a professional unboxer, so to speak. And you know, I've always been a product manager or in charge of the PC configurations, or you know, doing all the water cooling builds, or like there's always been something. I've never really been able to focus on video, and I think that with more time to focus on it, I can be more focused.
Keep going.
Which I think will improve the quality of the content, and it will just make it better for everyone concerned.
I was trying to figure out why he said LinusMediaGroup.com has crashed, and I finally figured it out.
Oh yeah, because you never turned it back on, did you?
You made me take the power supply out.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, the server's down. LinusTechTips.com is okay, though. That server's up. All good luck. Thank you. Does this mean... No, it does not mean no more NCIX Tech Tips. Lots more NCIX Tech Tips.
I guess that's the only thing we didn't really clarify that much.
To be honest, I don't like running out of Linus videos. Neither do we. We need more Linus videos, too. You're making it for the YouTube money. You know what? The YouTube money is not that, yeah. If your name is Freddie Wong, Phil DeFranco, Ray William Johnson, PewDiePie, is that a name?
Marbles. PewDiePie?
Jenna Marbles. If you're one of those 5 people, then you can make things for YouTube money because it'll actually be a significant amount of money. But, you know, without disclosing what the Google sort of revenue is, because it's part of the terms of service that you cannot do that, let me tell you, do the math, guys. I have a staff of 3 people, including myself. How much money do you really think YouTube pays out? And, yeah, there you go. Now that you're going in... no, I haven't, but maybe I'll check that out, actually. Good luck. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, bought a Corsair Survivor Stealth, thanks to you. And you know what? This is what we want to do, because as much as, you know, someone could come to us with, the Blackmagic Intensity Pro and ask us to come up with sort of a really cool ad for it. We actually
plug things in and have them not work consistently.
Yeah, I know, right?
Be always late for your live stream.
Not only not work consistently, if that's not enough for you, your whole computer can crash.
Spend endless hours debugging. How much fun will that be?
You're gonna love my nuts. Yay, Vince. But yeah, we're looking to find things that we actually do believe in. I mean, okay, you probably haven't heard me recommend the Vengeance 2000 to a lot of people, but that's not because it's a bad product. I just happen to have a personal preference that's something else. Vengeance 2000 is an excellent product. Have you listened to them?
Aren't they the same drivers as the
They
whatever the heck
sounded
the other
a
one's
little
called?
better than the 1500s to me. Maybe it was my imagination.
I have not directly tried the 2000s.
But it's one of those things where if people ask me which wireless headset to buy, well, that's what I'll say.
Depends where their price range is for me.
I think they're around $149.
And it depends, are you going for PC or are you going for like the home theater wireless style? Because there's a very big difference.
And there's a very big price delta.
Oh yeah.
Because home theater
100%.
wireless stuff is not $150.
It's money.
And it's one of those things where you could say till you're blue in the face that, some component is optimized for gaming because it's got like a stripe on it or whatever else. But you actually can optimize a peripheral for gaming, something like a headset. Okay, Corsair might make a compromise like we need a slightly lower latency connection, so we're going to lose a little bit of bandwidth or whatever other trade-offs they might make. So that's where I would actually say, okay, yes, go with the actual gaming wireless headset if you want wireless. So anyway, yeah, so I'm glad you bought a Survivor Stealth because it is a fantastic product, and I'm glad that our video got that point across. Nope. NCIXCom is going strong, so there seems to be a lot of misconceptions about that.
We just didn't bring it up. There's no intention of stopping NCIXCom.
In fact, not only no intention, there is a long-term plan that it is not going away.
Yeah. No. Delaying something to make sure that it's good is not a problem.
Yeah, that's fine.
I would way rather that they delayed it and fixed any problems than releasing a shoddy, terrible product. This happened with War Z. Have you heard of War Z? It's a video game based on zombies. Whatever, don't worry about it.
Not like DayZ?
Pretty freaking similar.
Oh, okay, sure.
DayZ is built into a game. War Z is a standalone.
DayZ is a flower.
DayZ... DayZ is a mod for Arma 2. They're planning on making it a standalone. War Z was a standalone. I don't even know if they still exist. Anyways, they had a pretty rough alpha stage, but we're doing pretty okay. A lot of people kind of liked it. And then they were like, nope, full release. And then it was so bad that Steam pulled it. I don't think... As far as I know, I don't know.
They haven't pulled much.
I don't know of any other game that they have. They probably have, but I've never heard of any other game that Steam pulled.
Well, there was probably one with like full frontal nudity or something that slipped through the filter or something. But like,
I don't know.
3 people bought it.
But not because Steam was like, this game sucks too much. like holy cow. So, I would rather that you actually go through the R&D. I would rather that you actually perfected your product and then released it instead of releasing something shoddy.
And remember, guys, it's not like Nvidia has 700 series on the shelves. So, okay. So there's no real pressure. They can still sell 7000 series graphics cards right now, which is fine.
And they delayed that, but dropped their Never Settle bundle.
Yeah, which is awesome.
Which is pretty epic.
So, which is a pretty good incentive to go buy a 7000 series card, as we discussed before.
And they're benching really well.
Yeah, they're benching really well. The Far Cry 3 benchmarks we ran, like, at every price point, AMD just cleaned house.
And sneak preview,
Oh,
StarCraft.
Sneak preview, yeah, StarCraft 2.
We're doing same kind of styles we did with Far Cry 3, but with
Yep.
StarCraft 2. So we're going to show head-to-head competition, and then we're going to show my benchmark.
Were you supposed to get that done this week?
It is done. We were supposed to film it. That's your fault.
Alright. Fine. I was busy.
I know, I'm just saying. It's not my fault.
So anyway, that's coming. So AMD's doing good. Well, I mean, maybe not.
I guess I'll wait
but
until it shows up. Well, yeah, but...
I mentioned your stream on Logan's live stream, and he forwarded his viewers to your stream when you started. Yay, Logan!
Thanks, Logan.
Thanks, Logan. For y'all, okay, you know what? I should probably give him a proper shout out.
Let's go to his YouTube channel.
For those of you who don't know who the Logan is, and we are still working on sort of rerunning his experiment with 8350 versus 3570K. We've just had a very busy week.
Raise the world. Tech Syndicate.
Praise the world, man!
I am going to make that video, Logan, if you see this. We've just been ridiculously
Probably not
busy.
watching. Why are you so
Probably
full
not.
of yourself?
This is your channel.
Can you make sure this is still working? What's this doing?
Boom, boom, boom. Okay.
Okay. In the meantime, I'm going to Logan's YouTube channel where he does his traditional, well, not more traditional, but his traditional style where he does
Problems.
problems. What problems?
Ask people what's up.
Oh, uh-oh. Wait, what? Aren't you in the chat?
Yeah, but I can't chat because I'm not logged in. You gotta log into mine.
Okay, apparently there are problems, but we don't know what they are. It says we have viewers.
Lag, whoa.
Lag?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. How about now?
I
Fixed?
can't even log in. Nope. Some people are saying it's fine, some people are saying it's choppy.
It is a little choppy. I don't think there's anything we can do about that, though. I think it may actually be related to the, I think it may actually be related to the AverMedia card.
I think it's just when you open the browser.
Is it?
Remember
Okay.
how choppy it was when I tried to do the 3D thing? with
Okay.
Firefox?
So anyway, so we're not going to do anything in the browser. We're just going to show you a static image. But Tech Syndicate, Logan, he's a boss. Go ahead, watch his channel. That's all good things that are good to do.
His The Tech episodes are pretty sweet, actually.
Yep, they're long.
Yeah, but
no offense, Logan.
it's not, he covers all the topics, though.
I love
like
you,
them.
man.
I actually really like them.
Okay, so moving right along, back to the Twitter. Congrats on the new YouTube channel. Mentioned. Okay, what about Nvidia Titan? Okay, we did promise a discussion topic about this. So, what about Nvidia Titan? What are you doing? Oh, it's okay. It's got rubber feet on the bottom of it. I put it down on top of my freshly painted case. And yeah, that's really, really choppy. Guys, there's nothing we can do about it. It's choppy on our screen too. We'll just try to move less so that it's not as noticeable. But for those of you who have suggested some alternative broadcasting software suites, we are considering it. And when we have time to sit down and actually try them, we will try and find a way to get that done. The bad news is that we can't just stop the live stream and start it up again and see if that fixes it, because then we're going to have to convert all of the media in order to put it back together and upload it after, and we'd really like to, well, Slick needs to go home and go to bed, and I need to go to bed, so yeah. Where were we? Nvidia Titan. Right.
There's tons of rumors. I've read rumors saying that it's a standalone release. I've read rumors saying that it's 780. I've read.
Well,
I've seen benchmarks that are apparently that are incredible, but who knows if they're partially fabricated, who knows if they're real, who knows if blah, blah, blah.
We've received no actual information and signed no non-disclosure agreement about this product, so
100%.
we're open to speculate. So I'm expecting it to be something along the lines of what 480 was. It's going to have high power consumption. It's going to have a lot of heat output.
Well, it's a GK110.
It's a GK110.
So, yeah.
So it's a big old core.
Yeah.
On the other hand, GTX 480 was pretty ballin' fast compared to the previous generation 280.
I've got kind of a for GTX 480.
That was the biggest generational leap we've seen in a while. Since probably 8800.
Yeah.
So I'm expecting another big generational leap. I'm expecting a big price tag. The rumors that I've seen have GTX, whatever it's going to be called, have Titan coming in at more like a replacement for 690 as opposed to a replacement for 680, which doesn't necessarily indicate anything about performance, although maybe it performs similarly, but it's a single GPU, so you don't have to deal with any driver nonsense. I think people are dropping off the live stream because of the chop. Oh, still 2600 actually, that's not bad. But I am expecting it to come in at a similar price point. You know, I get people asking me stuff like this all the time. Linus, how much do you think Intel's upcoming 4770K will cost? How much do you think their next generation Extreme Edition will cost? And I can't answer those questions because I'm under NDA, but what I can say, like I'm under sort of a general NDA, because if I could know the answer, then I could get in trouble for saying the actual answer. But come on, guys! It's the same thing every time! Like, look at what a 2600K costs. Look at what a 3770K costs. How much do you think the replacement's going to cost? Approximately the same. Like, look at what a 590 costs. Look at what a 690 costs. How much do you think a Titan's going to cost? $999. I don't know. And then I'd expect performance to be something along... Okay, look at what the stack was designed to be. The code names tell the story. GK110 was supposed to be to GK114 what GK100 was to GK104. Oh, is that the problem?
No, that's the audio problem. Not
There's
the
an audio problem. Has that been open the whole time?
It's been open since you checked it.
Oh, seriously? Oh, sorry guys. Wait, where was I?
Everything's the same.
Oh yeah, it's the same.
Yeah.
Yeah. So right. So how much is the next generation one going to cost? It's going to cost about as much as that. And then sometimes there'll be Halo parts, and people always act like it's the first time they've seen something. Like when GTX 590 launched for $1,000, people were like, "Did you forget about 8800 Ultra? That was a $999 part. Did you forget about 5800 Ultra? I mean, that was what, like a $799 part, but that was like 10, 12 years ago, however long ago that was. So yeah, these things happen. Things are expensive, but in terms of pricing, they come in at, you know, whatever they're replacing approximately plus or minus. Because that's what they do. I don't remember where I was going with that, so I'm just kind of ad-libbing right now.
This is pretty much it, though. We honestly haven't received anything. We don't have any NDAs.
Right, yes, the code names tell the story. I'm expecting GK110 to be as much faster than GK114, which is what 680, 670, and 660 Ti are based on, as GK100 was versus GK104, which is 580, 570 versus 560 Ti and 560. So that's the kind of improvement I'm expecting to see. So that's the same sort of improvement we see when we go from a 480 to a 580 to a 680, except that it's kind of the same sort of improvement you have from a 480 down to a 460 and from a 580 down to a 560 and from a 680 down to a 660 non-TI, because that's the one that's an actual different GPU, which is GK106.
Which, like...
So there. I'm expecting it to be about 80% faster than a GTX 680. Don't quote me on that, though. You have any more topics?
Not particularly.
Can you not kick my case?
I don't like that thing flaps open all the time.
Yeah, me neither. I'll have to figure out what to do about that. I might just put a stronger magnet behind the thing.
That's probably good.
Wait, but then it won't be black wrinkle coated, but if I get something shiny silver, then it should be okay.
Should we maybe show them what we're talking about?
No, it's okay. They don't care.
You just don't want to show them the small imperfection of your case? Should you show them the
Some people are saying refresh the AverMedia. A right click and then click refresh?
Yeah, there's no refresh.
There's no refresh.
Can you under configure?
You know what?
Oh. No.
And it didn't work. It's okay. Don't worry, guys. We'll figure it out some other time. I don't have the latest drivers. I have the last one. So I'm going to leave you to just kind of flounder. Oh, we should. You know what? We never actually stopped doing. We never actually finished doing as much Twitter as I wanted to do about the whole. Also, Windows 8 giveaway. Yep, we won't forget about that. You remind me of Vince from the Slab Chop commercial. Thank you.
That's what the quote was for.
Yes. Can't wait to see some of the TechWiki videos. Well, you could go there right now, youtube.com/TechWiki.
Or hopefully in like 17 minutes.
Yeah, hopefully in a little bit. Good luck to you in your new biz. Thank you. Congrats. Thank you. That's not what they're called. Fast as possible does not actually shorten to FAP. Obligatory, what is the status of the personal rig upgrade? Go back and watch the archive, because I gave a nice long update at the beginning.
That's something they're talking about.
Freddie, yeah, Freddie's Kickstarter.
You know about this?
You guys were talking about it.
Oh, that makes a lot more sense.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen Video Game High School?
What?
Yeah, you don't really know about this.
Carry on.
Video Game High School, made by Freddie with a group that he made called Rocket Jump. It features the dude from Epic Mealtime. I can't remember his name. You don't know his name? Okay.
Some Canadian guy. He eats bacon.
Yeah, features him. It features the Brian Ferenzi from 5 Second Films. He's freaking awesome. Like, it's got a whole bunch of really, really big YouTubers, and it's like a serious business show that they made, and they made Video Game High School Season 1. Check it out on, I think just rocketjump.com, or I think it's also on YouTube. But they're starting a Kickstarter to start Season 2, and Season 2 is, like, they're adding a whole bunch of schools, so it's not just Video Game High School, like, it's all these other different schools, and they're thinking about spreading it to more games. For Season 1, it was just FPS. So yeah, really interesting. I think they might have passed their goal already, but helping Freddie is, like, not a bad thing, because he's kind of awesome.
Kickstarting things is just sort of magical.
I love Kickstarter.
It's like, well...
It's fantastic.
Okay, here's what I don't... It's hard to wrap my brain around why people get to start a business with just upfront funding that they actually don't have to pay back in any way. I mean, it's like, it's magical, and it's good for...
You're buying a product, though. 99% of the time when you do any Kickstarter donation, you're buying something.
Yeah, okay, but you're buying something that... It's like...
That isn't guaranteed yet?
Yes.
No quality guarantee, that kind of stuff?
Yes.
Almost every single Kickstarter, like, video games are now not allowed showing anything other than actual what they have right now.
Right.
So they can't be like, this is theoretical footage. This is video that our graphics designer made that has nothing to do with our game. Like, that was happening a little bit at the beginning of Kickstarter.
Right.
And then Kickstarter was just like, no, you can only release what you have now.
Okay.
So any assets that you see on the page are current assets. So what a lot of people have to do is start everything. Like, they have to form their company, they have to hire all the employees. They have to basically do everything that you would have to do if you're going to bring something to a bank for a gigantic investment, or
and then they get to put it on Kickstarter.
And then they get to put it on Kickstarter. So it's usually very well, properly organized, pre-done things that are looking to funding to finish their project. Not always,
yeah,
but usually.
So, like, we should do a Kickstarter for, like, starting up a Slick's Tech Tips channel. We'll set the goal at something very reasonable, like $500.
I was going to say $10.
It's not like we pay him much. So.
Buy me a sandwich so I can survive, and then we'll make a new YouTube channel. Yeah. No, like, okay, when you're going on Kickstarter, Kickstarter's awesome, but be careful. Read what you're buying.
How about, like, a Kickstarter for tattooing Slick's face with, like, Darth Maul tattoos?
No. Unless we get, like...
What if it was, like, $1 million? Would you do it?
You could just get tattoo removal. Or would there have to be a thing where I have to keep it?
Yeah, you probably have to wear it for, let's say, 5 years.
Oh, for $1 million.
$1 million. 5 years.
Maybe, to be honest.
Because it's one of those things that's ridiculous enough.
I could just hide in my room and play video games on the best computer ever. Just be like, yeah, I don't even care. And then just come out with, like, a nice car and a nice house already paid off and just get the thing taken off my face.
What if they made you embed the horns, too?
Oh, you can do that, too.
I know.
That's a thing.
I know.
It's, like, actually a thing.
Oh, I know. He's thinking. So, guys,
I probably would.
Let's get this Kickstarter going.
I probably would, and I would just cosplay 100% of the time. I'm just like,
Just
no,
walk around.
screw it. I'm Darth Maul for 5 years. Just-
Move to Las Vegas,
Yeah.
and then just hang out on the sidewalk and augment your income with like a tip jar and like photo ops.
Yeah. So everyone can think I'm like actually trying to make money and being legit about this,
Yeah.
but realistically I just got paid off. on
Realistically, you're even more legit than they know. Samuel, that's not the case at all. At all. It was definitely not in the back burner. A lot of what I did at NCIX wasn't really visible to customers.
Well, not in
At
a way
all.
that had your name attached to it.
Yeah, I mean, I was working on pricing or, strategic, whatever the heck, marketing. My baby's name is not going to be something that I'm talking about. Andrew asks, if you get approached by Revision 3 or something, will you let them eat you? So that's an interesting question. I have talked to Revision 3. I've talked to Maker Studios. I've talked to one other guy that's not really in the YouTube network business yet, but they might be soon, but they're legit. They're cool guys. So I guess it just is a matter of what you mean by eat you, because Revision 3, for example, they don't eat you. They don't dictate what your content's going to be. They're not like, oh, we don't like Linus Tech Tips the way it is. You need to have monkeys.
Some of my favorite shows are on Revision 3.
I mean, I think looking at someone like my fellow Canadian Lou from Unbox Therapy, I did a collab with him not that long ago. I don't think that joining Revision 3 has changed his content mostly. I think his CES content with that Ford integration was a little bit Fordy. And I mean, I liked the way that we were able to do CES as an independent, where we basically found sponsors that we know and like. So we went with Corsair because we love Corsair and the stuff that they do. We went with Seagate because the messaging was Seagate, trusted storage partner. All of our archived footage goes on Seagate drives on a big fat RAID controller in a server. So it's one of those things where we're saying something, we're partnering with a sponsor,
But we're already utilizing or backing them
Yes.
in some way, so
We're-
we're not
we're-
worried about that.
we're legit using those drives. And if they all failed on us, we might be having a different conversation about who our trusted storage partner is. I mean, for that said, I'd be comfortable calling WD a trusted storage partner too, because
We also use
use WD drives, just not for that specific purpose. We have WD drives in the iSCSI.
I have a Seagate and a WD drive in my system.
So basically, they're trusted storage partners. So we don't have to do a 1.5-minute long commercial for Seagate at the end of a video. We just have to kind of say, look, they're our trusted storage partner. And Linksys, same thing. Linksys, I think probably 90% of the networking gear in this house is Linksys.
And non-conflicting.
Non-conflicting
The
with what?
triangle of non-conflicting brands.
Yeah, so it's not like we're going to say, sponsored by Intel, sponsored by AMD, both of which are, the best CPU, and you should buy it because, well, I mean, we're trying to pick and choose things. I mean, honestly, when you're starting a business, you can't necessarily just say, no, I turned my nose up to you, you cannot sponsor our trip to CES, because we wanted to go down there and we wanted to make that content. So we had to find a way to do it, but we were lucky enough to find partners that we were really comfortable working with. So Revision 3 would allow us to opt out of something like a Ford integration if we weren't comfortable with Ford cars or whatever else. They don't dictate your content. They want a watermark. At some point, we will likely partner with a network, but I don't know. I mean, it's something that I've actually been working on for more than 6 months now.
We don't want to make a bad decision. We don't want something that'll impact you guys. We don't want something that's going to influence
Us.
Yeah, exactly. We want it to stay true to how it has been.
Yeah.
Like we said earlier with the Tech Quickie movement and starting the company and all that kind of stuff, like we're changing things with Tech Quickie. We're not changing anything with either of the channels that are already running because we know you guys like it. And
We hope you guys like it.
we hope you guys like it, so yeah.
If you hate it, we're sorry. I think people are tuning out. They're bored. No, I think they just hate the choppy video. Actually, I don't know. So let's go back to Twitter for a little bit, and then we'll do our Windows 8 giveaway. Linus says, again, funny. Good luck. Shout out to PewDiePie. Oh, man. Brave move. Thank you. No, not a new baby again. My baby is 9 months old. Okay. Good question. Linus, does Slick PC have an important position in the company? What is your position in the company?
I do all the things. I don't really know how to even say that. My official title is IT lead. I don't even think that matters at this point. I don't know. Right now, we're 3 guys trying to do everything, so we all just kind of do everything. Positions aren't really in stone at the moment. I prep videos, I benchmark things, I film, I storyboard stuff, I try and help orchestrate shots, I give feedback on Diesel's editing, I edit sometimes,
Not very well.
not that well, but like, I don't know, we all kind of do everything, so yeah.
Okay, so let's do our Windows 8 giveaway.
Do you have a question?
No. Do you have a question? Okay, you go do a question while I come up with a topic. Well, not come up with the topic. I have a topic. So along the lines of monetizing content and, you know, will someone buy out your content and eat you and all that good stuff, YouTube has paywalls coming. So this was oh, can you open up that page again? Where did I see this article? Real SEO, REEL SEO. YouTube will have paid subscription channels soon. So this will be starting. They're sending out offers, apparently. This is all sort of supposedly. Sending out offers to some premium content creators. Because part of the whole... Okay, and this... Okay, hold on. No, I'll launch into this later. So they're sending out invitations to some content creators to have premium channels that will be anywhere from $1 to $5 a month to subscribe to, which you could kind of look at and go, okay, well, if it's someone that's creating fantastic content and, you know, I really, really, really like it and, you know, beats watching reruns of Friends on Friday night or whatever, whenever reruns of Friends are on. So I could kind of see people doing it, but it goes against, for me, the philosophy of internet video compared to what we've done in the past. I mean, I understand YouTube's inherent need to monetize the content in such a way that it can be self-sustaining. I don't know that YouTube's ever made any money. I really don't think so. The amount of bandwidth required for what they're doing is just ridiculous. The amount of admin and overhead that goes into what they're doing is ridiculous. And so they need ways to make money. I mean, they end up in sort of the Facebook sort of quandary where Facebook is like, yeah, we have this huge user base, but like, how do we turn that into something that stockholders will appreciate? Hard to say. So I would love to hear what you guys think of paid subscriptions to YouTube. So to be clear, I mean, I'd say never with an asterisk here, but I will never have a paid channel. It's not really what we're trying to do at all. I mean, we want viewers to just come and watch the videos. We love that. But I'd love to hear your thoughts on paid YouTube channels. Will it just kill internet video? Would you rather just...
I think it's going to be more of like TV show format.
Right. Well, yeah, I mean, I'm expecting that to happen, but people ran away from TV shows to watch videos on the internet.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to be successul. I just think the only people that are going to do it are like TV show format. I don't think it's going to be a very lucrative move at all.
On the other hand, I went to an interesting conference where they said it's something like 7 years between a free user and converting that person to a paid user. So if it succeeds, we won't know immediately. This was the guy who started You Send It. So he was saying when they turned on the paid service, because it was free for the longest time at first, someone signed up almost immediately. But what they found now with more data is that between the first sign up and when someone actually goes, I enjoy this service so much that I don't mind paying a couple bucks for it to get a couple more features, is about 7 years, which is a huge amount of time. I mean, YouTube will be so different 7 years from now. Look how fast it's changing all the time.
Yeah, Reddit's having a problem with that. They can't necessarily get people to sign up for Reddit Gold because people don't see the value in it.
Yeah.
It's taking a really long time for them to get people to move over, and even hardcore people are just going like, I don't see a positive in this.
Yeah. So if YouTube can figure out a way to attract content creators that will attract paid subscriptions, you know, good luck to them. And as John here says, please stay unpaid. Don't worry, we're going to be unpaid.
I don't think that suits our style.
It's not really our style. I don't think that people watch Linus Tech Tips for the sheer entertainment value of it. I think it's more like, that's a cool product, or maybe it's a little bit entertaining or whatever else. I mean, we're here to more like...
The next video has some serious entertainment value.
Yeah, I've watched it at least 30 times already.
Oh, yeah, probably around there. Like, seriously, this is by...
I like fell asleep watching it last night.
I'm gonna bring out that by far and large again. But this is seriously by far and large the best video we've made.
Oh yeah, by a long shot.
And it's not done yet.
Like, everything else we've ever done is just not good.
Just low. You can't really
compared
see
to this.
that,
You can't see how
below
low it is.
this line down here.
Yeah.
There we go.
SteelSeries vinyl wrap on a table is coming soon. I hope to have something to show you guys in the next couple weeks. What now? Oh yeah, got it. But don't worry, we'll go that.
Cool.
Does Slick change his hair every day? No. That's just what it looks like when he crawls out of bed. How do you know when to change liquid in a loop? Black tubes? Yeah, probably. Does the AIO's coolers last until the pump dies? I think they're supposed to. I think they're rated for about 5 years. Of course, don't partner with Channel Pro. Wasn't intending to. Who is the third man in the business? Diesel. Have you tried the H10 yet? The the H110 is installed in our thermal test bench right now, but we haven't run numbers yet. Rather, Slick hasn't run numbers yet. What?
Gives me another job, and then complains that I didn't complete the first one.
Yeah, that's not going to happen. Don't worry. We don't have the same. We wouldn't have the same kind of agreement that that Elric had. So there you go. Wish you guys had some merchandise. Why is a fish when it swims? Also, did you just start on the Windows 8? No, we'll do the Windows 8 giveaway soon.
What was that question?
I have no idea.
Why is a fish when it swims?
The only okay, so Richard is saying the only advantage would come from no commercials. But that would, again, kill a major income source for YouTube.
But then YouTube's going to skim part of the profits, and then the amount of bidded commercials will just go to other channels. There's always videos on a channel that don't have a pre-roll that could have a pre-roll.
That's true. You can never have too much ad inventory as an ad server. So
Yeah. And if you get too much, people are paying more. So, like, I wouldn't be worried about it if I was Google.
4chan apparently offers bypassing the CAPTCHA with the subscription. Okay. Which section of the forum can I find your story? If you search for my story, search for professional unboxer, and it should show up. I would pay a subscription to see Slick PC bench press you. Oh man. Think we'll crash and burn. I could see if it was like a TV show, for example, a video you could buy VGHS on YouTube.
I was thinking about that, but I don't think that's Freddy's angle.
Like if it was more like a... oh, okay.
I don't think Freddy would do that. Considering he released it for free on his own website.
Yeah, I wonder what his model is exactly.
Tons of views and epic videos.
Yeah, but tons of views don't inherently pay any money.
But he gets like 9 million views a video.
I know, but okay, yeah. He gets tons of views and all that, but his videos do cost money to make.
Oh yeah.
And
I think he's also got some partnerships and some sponsorship spots and some like in a lot of his.
Did they do any product placement?
I think they do.
Okay.
I know they did in VGHS. Like, yes, there was product placement in VGHS. Definitely Razer. Razer was huge. They all walked around with not the new one, but that like gamepad thing.
Oh, okay.
They walked around with those. Yeah, and whenever they'd sit down to game, it was like bam, bam, and it was all like it was supposed to be super epic. But yeah, you'd understand if you saw it. They do it really well.
Okay.
It's Freddy. They do it really well.
Okay, yes, we'll do a 900D unboxing for sure. If it was like a TV show with the exact same standards, if not better, like if Big Bang Theory was $5 a month, then yes. However, the argument there is, well, then why not just get a Netflix subscription, which is already exists.
Then it's like $15 a month, and you get absolutely everything, including movies.
Right.
Like, I don't know. We'll see, but I don't really get it.
We'll see. It will also attract major TV networks to switch so traditional TV can finally die. Actually, it won't. Traditional TV networks are going to fight this move tooth and nail because it will kill. Like, okay, remember, your cable provider is often affiliated in some way to some kind of a some kind of a network or studio. So that means that they're collecting money at every level. They're collecting money from the end user subscribing to the content. They're collecting money from advertisers paying to be on the content. So they're sitting in the middle going like, yeah, awesome place to be. If they let content creators go to online and then advertisers start paying them directly and viewers start paying them directly, they lose everything. Game over. So it will not attract anything from them. I'm subbed to dozens of major YouTubers, and if it's like $5 a month each, that's a bit much. That's a good point, because it depends on how they break it down.
That was the Netflix point.
Yeah.
It's not worth it. Like.
So if you had YouTubers that, I don't know, like what would it?
You know what makes more sense?
Yeah.
Is like paying per video, because then people upload movies to YouTube. It's usually just like indie stuff. But if people started releasing serious business videos that were attached to your YouTube account that you could watch anywhere at any point in time through a really simple
just like
service.
on demand kind of thing.
Like, I think that might make more sense than a subscription.
So if we did an unboxing, let's say we don't do an unboxing. Let's say we do an unboxing of the 900D, and we say, guys, we're going to do like an epic, cool 900D build video, where it's like 2 hours long, we fill the thing up to the nines, but you have to pay $2 to watch it. I think they freak out.
That wasn't the use case that I proposed at all. This was movies. Like,
movies.
That's released in the movie theater. You
Oh.
can then buy it on YouTube and be able to watch it at any point in
They
time.
have that, don't they?
Do they?
I think so. But like, who cares? Because Netflix.
I don't care. That's probably why I don't know about it if it exists.
Right.
But like, that's the only case that I would see it making sense. I don't know.
I think channels that require paid subscription would see a huge view drop. Yeah, of course.
Or that, if you pay for your subscription and that takes out ads. Just like how Twitch does it.
Yep.
That makes
I
sense
wouldn't
as
mind
well.
that.
Yeah.
Content would have to be outrageously awesome. Yep. I think we can all agree on that. Vimeo did something similar first with the tip jar, but man, you know what? Here's the thing. I liked Vimeo's approach. Honestly, if YouTube had a tip jar, I'd be stoked, because if someone wants to give us a tip, that's great. But it should be voluntary. That to me is more like the essence of what YouTube is. Creating this content voluntarily, and then people supporting it voluntarily, and if they want to support it with a couple bucks from their pocket, then that's all voluntary too. But making it sort of like, like, oh no, you gotta jump this high if you wanna get the thing. Yeah, exactly. Like, to me, that's not quite. It's just not what I would like.
I like Vimeo.
Tommy J asked what happened to the Unbox Therapy collab giveaway. It's coming. Lou's been on vacation or something, so when he gets back, we'll pick a winner, we'll announce it, and everything will be good and hunky-dory. So, speaking of giveaways, you know what? You're in charge of the Windows 8 giveaway, because I have to pee.
Okay, so the question is, who did Bill Gates buy DOS from?
Don't announce the winner in real time, because what I discovered last week is that who appeared to be the winner, when I went back and looked at the timeline,
No, I know.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it wasn't right.
Yeah,
So.
yeah. Okay, so the question, I guess you guys kind of have part of it already. Anyways, it's a two-part question, so anyone who's answered yet...
But let people guess until you see a correct answer.
Right,
Or something.
okay.
I don't know, make it fun.
I'll figure it out. Who did Bill Gates buy DOS from? So you guys know that part already. And what was its original name? That's more probably the difficult one. We've been doing stuff that's kind of newer content for these questions, so I thought I'd jump back a little bit, and hopefully people would appreciate that. I don't want his name, I want the company name. Sorry, that was kind of my fault. I should have specified. I want the company name that he bought it from. And not just, I see the person on screen, if I can do this. There. You said the guy's name and the company name. I want the name of the program and the company name. Just to be completely clear on that. Alright, we have a correct answer. I don't know if you were the first one. Like Linus just said, we're going to review it afterwards. But this guy has a correct answer. It was Seattle Computer. Oh, no, you're wrong. Nope, you're wrong. Continuing forward. I
feel much better, thank you for asking.
Maybe this is the right name. Seattle Computer Products. A lot of people are saying Seattle Computer Products.
Did you have the wrong answer?
I might have. I have Seattle Computing. But it might be Seattle Computer Products.
This is what happens when I put him in charge of things.
Let me check.
You're fired.
Let me check.
No, you're fired. This is what happens when you trust Wikipedia. Actually, you probably didn't even go to Wikipedia. I hope you guys have enjoyed the live stream. I think we're pretty much done for the night. Yeah, I'm still not sure if I'm going to live stream building my computer. I may just build it and then shoot videos sort of throughout the process.
Seattle Computer Products.
Seattle Computer Products. So congratulations to everyone who answered correctly. Slick will be responsible for going back and finding who won. And then Slick, what you need to do is follow that person on Twitter and get them to follow you so that they can message you directly, so that you can send their email to me so that I can...
Can I make them message me on the forum?
Sure.
That would be way easier. My name on the forum is Slick.
No, get them to do it on Twitter because then you can validate the username.
Yep,
And
okay.
you don't have 100 people messaging you on the forum.
Yep.
Everyone send Slick a private message on the forum.
Okay.
No, I'm joking. Please don't do that, actually. It would explode his inbox.
My already exploding inbox.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
Where was I going with that?
I don't know. I don't think you're going necessarily anywhere with that.
Yeah, I think we're kind of done. It's sort of like after party time.
After party time?
Yeah, we've never had an after party before.
No.
I think we're usually too tired. You tired today?
I'm not going to bed right away.
Seriously? You're going to play that now?
I want to play 514, and I've got the new stuff.
What if you have to work
I'm
tomorrow?
not going to bed until the new stuff is set up.
Seriously? Oh, you didn't even talk about your new stuff.
Should I go grab it? I'm pretty excited.
No, don't go grab
Are you
it.
sure?
Yes, it's
right
huge.
There. It's right there.
It's like 3 huge boxes.
I'm huge. I'll go grab one. You talk about it. I'll go grab the next one.
Why
Like,
am I going to talk about your
Okay,
stuff? Okay,
okay,
I'll get
wait.
it. You talk about your stuff. I don't want to talk about your stuff.
Whatever,
Stuff
man.
sucks.
no, it doesn't.
Yeah.
You
Yeah,
particularly like my stuff. So I bought 2 new Asus monitors because I've had some pretty not so great monitors for a little while. One of them was a present from my dad when I got my very first computer, like that was my own. I had
You should talk about your overall computer spec too. Here's the most exciting thing.
Oh god. Random brown box with shipping label. No, that's not a particular shipping label. I was actually confused when I first saw this because I bought a monitor arm for my desk from Ergotron, but it came in this box that says juststand.org, and I was like, well, I didn't buy it from juststand.org. So, what? But then on the side of the box it says Ergotron, so I was pretty happy with that. The idea is that, okay, this guy, this 24-inch freaking beast that I bought, I have 2 of them. They're going to go side by side on my desk. These are going to be my main monitors. I'm finally going to have some legit monitors because I didn't even have 1080p monitors, and one of my monitors is still square layout. Like, I've been student budget for a long time, so I've been running off the original monitor that I ever purchased for quite a while now. So those 2 will be side by side, and then I'm going to be putting on an arm above those 2 my old school 18-inch. My old school 18-inch. And that is going to be to monitor servers instead of being a main monitor. And then basically I'm replacing things that are absurdly old that are on my system. And then I have had the same speakers that my brother and we went to the mall with my mom and bought them from Staples when I was in like grade 5 because we didn't have any speakers on our computer to hear Diablo. So I'm still running those like $25 speakers from however long ago. So from reading a crazy amount of reviews and
Apparently
listening to Linus.
Apparently my personal endorsement of this product is not good enough for him.
He's all hurt because I read reviews after he said
Why
it was
would you
good.
read reviews about it after I told you to buy it?
You told me the 7H was good. It didn't fit my freaking head.
I said they sounded good.
It also didn't fit my head.
But did they sound good?
They did. They sounded very good.
Ah.
They're very good headphones, and I would recommend them to someone with a smaller head than me.
So basically you're saying you have too big of an ego to take my recommendations.
No, I'm saying that I'm looking into anything else that might be different about the
Okay,
product.
so you were worried these speakers wouldn't fit your head. That is an ego issue.
To be more specific, I was looking up direct reviews that were comparing the Klipsch Pro Media 2.1s to these.
Yeah, but I could have told you the Pro Media 2.1s are not going to hold up in terms of bass.
My dad has the Pro Media 2.1s and I really like them, and if you read reviews on it, the Pro Media 2.1s are better at multiple ranges. But these have a flat line.
I know exactly how good the Pro Media 2.1s are because I did a butt ton of research about them a billion years ago when they were released, and you still didn't know the first thing about computers.
They've changed.
I know they have.
They've gotten like a lot worse.
Yeah, they're a lot worse now.
The original ones, there would be a competition.
I just wish I still had my Pro Media Ultra 5.1s.
This is what I got, by the way.
Best computer speakers ever made, bar none. But that's a shame. I actually bought a set of SP2500s too. I already have SP2500s, but these were a really good deal. They're like a factory refurb. And it's Corsair, so it can't be that bad.
Yeah.
So I got a set for my wife, so now she can get rid of the SphereX Xbox speakers that she's using now that have a little bit of hiss at close range. Like, it'd be fine if you were using it with your entertainment center.
This is what I'm talking about. He brings this up now. Do you remember trying to sell those to me?
The SphereXs?
Yep.
How much was I going to charge you for them?
You didn't tell me there was a hiss.
Are you sure?
100%. I remember you saying that earlier today, and I was like, huh.
Oh, there's a workaround.
Oh, really?
Yeah, no, there's a workaround.
Then why is it a problem that she has those?
Because she's lazy.
Do the workaround for her.
No, the workaround is something you have to do every time.
Oh, that's annoying.
You switch to headphone mode when you're not using them as speakers.
Oh. Well,
yeah.
That's...
She doesn't want to do it. It's a woman.
But if you're not using your speakers as speakers, it should always be in headphone mode.
Yeah. I don't know, man. Like I said, there's a workaround.
Okay.
Like, seriously, but she doesn't want to do it. So I'm going to get rid of those, and she'll get SP2500s, which I know don't have any hiss.
I've heard that too.
Yeah.
Very, very good.
You've heard that? It wasn't good enough that I told you that?
I read reviews for everything. Come on.
You read reviews for everything except the things that I ask you to read reviews for everything. You did so much research about the PA series. You found out stuff that I couldn't figure out back when I was doing the unboxings, like the difference between the R SKU and the non-R SKU.
The QRs and the R?
And the QRs and the R. I think it took me forever to figure that out. When I give him something and I'm like, okay, we're doing an unboxing of this. Hold on. I'm going to find one of the pieces of paper you hand me.
Okay, but he gives me like 2 to 5 minutes.
Hold on, I'm finding it.
So it's not exactly fair. And that's like 2 to 5 minutes from where we're talking. So by the time I actually get to the computer, I've got like 1 to 4 minutes left.
You come up with like 3 facts about it that are all on the box. When I'm like, no, the things I need to know about it.
I don't know what's on the box when I'm looking it up online.
Maybe you should start with looking at the box.
Also, it doesn't give me the box most of the time. Not fair accusations. This is when I've got, like, I meticulously research products that I buy because I want to make sure that I'm buying the right thing.
Because the products he buys matter more to him than the products that he's making videos about for you.
No. That's only give me 2 to 5 minutes.
That's what you just said.
I spend hours on these.
How do you have time for this?
I don't sleep.
Aye.
I told you, there was forum problems last night, so I was up until 4 in the morning. That kind of stuff happens. So was Mr. Wizard.
Oh. Hi, Mr. Wizard, if you're watching. Everyone's tuning out of the live stream. They don't want to watch this. You're boring.
You're boring.
You're boring them.
It's your live stream.
That's true. It's my live stream. All right. Okay, we're done now. We're done now. Okay. Good night, guys. Thank you for watching. We'll see you again next time. And as always, stay safe and don't ride bicycles at night with all black clothing. I just figured out why it was lagging.
Your local recording and your recording to split.
Yeah, there we go. Is that better now? Yeah, that's better now.
Are we still live? Does everyone know that you just did that?
Yeah. You should probably turn it off now.
Then we're going to delay, so you can feel awkward. Where do I even go? Right here? Oh. Oh.